Welcome to the kitchen. What am I ditching? Welcome to the kitchen. I wasn't really sleeping. I hope that you can tell that I'm not really sleeping. Hi. Okay, quick outfit change. I've decided to just go for a walk right now because I'm waiting for the water to get warm so I can take a bath. But I'm just sitting around doing nothing. It's just not gonna help. So I'm gonna take a walk, come back, bath, and I hope, for the love of all things good and gravy, I bake some cookies when I get back. I'm gonna do something today. Not bake cookies. I'm gonna try to write something. Yeah. So I like this fit. Let me show you something straightforward because I feel like this is a bit too much to just go outside showing the stomach wolf. So yeah, I have my boyfriend's hoodie on, my sweats. I have my what you call it? What is this? Sports bra. Yeah. Then I might put my hair down because I'm thinking of taking my headphones instead of my earphones. So we'll see. You outside. It looks like I have abs. Wait, are those abs? Are those? Okay, change of plans because it is kind of warm today. I'm just gonna wear a white shirt instead of the sweater. So yeah, we're still going for the walk, and yeah, I'm definitely taking the headphones because my hair looks dry when it's. So catch y'all on the road. You guys will not believe this, but that last clip before the watch, I was on my way back home. I switched that off. I was in a good mood, dancing as I'm walking, and then I felt an itch on my thigh, which is very weird. That only happens when I haven't exercised in a long time. I've been pretty consistent for the last 3 weeks, except for last week. Um, I'm blushing because I know why I wasn't exercising. It's because I was visiting my boyfriend. I won't lie. So I'm gonna insert the rings, the exercise rings right there. It was a pretty good run. And then today I take a walk and my thigh itches, and then my butt, and then my it was the most painful itching I've ever felt. I'm still feeling itchy right now. I had to take Allergics because now my face is itching, and I'm like, am I having an allergic reaction? But I took the same route I always take, but it's also been windy, and I know I'm allergic to pollen. So I don't know if it's that whole thing that happens when you're exercising where you itch or what, but it was so painful. I was praying because it was just that painful. So it just tired me up. I just took a bath. So I think I'm gonna take a small nap, gain some energy because it really did tire me just scratching and yeah, I don't know why that tired me. But I'm going to take a nap. If I have the right kind of energy, I'm gonna wake up and make ginger biscuits. If not, I'm probably gonna read. Or you know what I'm doing? I just found out the book that I'm reading, Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney, also has a series, and I'm like 50 pages from the end, and I found out about the series. And I've started that, so I'm only watching parts that I've read. Okay, I ended up not taking that nap because it's Katseham, and I really want to eat something because I haven't ate anything since I had breakfast. So right now I'm about to get real vulnerable and show you guys my plate. Please do not unsubscribe and think I am greedy. We just have to finish the leftovers because, like, Mother's Day was on Sunday, it's Tuesday, so everything's still fresh. So, yeah. So, everything except for the wors was made by me. There was chicken for the thing. But, yeah, we have our little potato and bacon salad. We have our little stir-fried rice. We have our little pasta salad with bits of this. So it's very protein rich, very healthy, very, very much. Okay, so I'm going to be using my Dorothy's recipe book to make these biscuits. I really don't think I know a single like baking recipe off the top of my head, and I've been baking for a long time. I always need a recipe with me every single time I bake something. So I love her recipe book because it's just so beautiful. Like the pictures are beautiful, the recipes in here are beautiful. She also has this beautiful way of combining really complicated dishes and simple meals into a recipe book, which I think is like a true test of whether or not you should be making a recipe book. You shouldn't just have things people don't know how to make, wire, or things that are simply too easy to make. So I really love this. And every single dish I've made using her recipe book has been amazing. Like, that's what I like about it. It's very reliable, very amazing. So we're making, as I mentioned, ginger biscuits. They won't look as amazing as these ones, but we'll try something. So what we need is butter, sugar, a large egg, milk, golden syrup, but we have maple syrup and we can use it as a substitute. But yeah, cinnamon, salt, ginger, bicarbonate of soda, flour. So let's do that. We just experienced technical difficulties. But I hope you guys heard that. I'm not gonna change angles anymore. Just gonna walk away. Y'all are still gonna hear me because I got this damn mic on me. We gotta beat in this dig. Then next up, we need a tablespoon of milk and 4 tablespoons of golden syrup, aka that's gonna be our what did we say it was? Maple syrup. So let's just double check that. It's 1 of this. Okay, I'm gonna make it 1.5 because I don't think this is 54. Okay. Something terribly wrong. I hope it doesn't mess up our recipe. Oh, it doesn't mess up our recipe. Okay, so I've combined all 3. So it's butter, sugar, golden syrup, and milk in here. Next up, we are going to sift the flour, ginger, bicarbonate of soda, cinnamon, and salt together. I still need to grate the ginger. I think this is like about 40. This is gonna be the teaspoons, the tablespoons, teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, 4, or half of this. We're gonna use half of this strong ale, grated, and yeah, let me just do that. We have our peeled ginger and we have our grater. I'm just gonna put it in there. Yeah, these are the wet ingredients. That one wanted me to sift it in because it was ground ginger, but we're using what's the opposite of ground? Unground. We're using all natural ginger. So I have sinusitis, but it's been worse these days, guys. So please, really and truly and honestly, please forgive me for the sniffles I've had this during this vlog. Yeah, it's a great tea. Okay, gonna sift the dry ingredients next. Then I'm gonna combine them in with this. I think I'll combine the dry ingredients together and then combine this with the wet ingredients because I don't want to use like 2 wooden spoons to just mix each individually. So it's better if the wet ingredients get a bit of the dry ingredients rather than the other way around, and they just stick to so the recipe calls for 3 cups of flour. So the recipe calls for 3 cups of flour. So that's going to be 6 of these because these are 60 milliliters, and this is calling 360 milliliters, 3 cups of flour, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Oh, 360 grams. I hope grams and milliliters are the same thing, honey, because if it's not, this is about to be disgustingly embarrassing. You know what? I'm not even going to play that game. This is a quarter. I'm going to take the actual measurements from this. Let's not use this. Let's use the thing that says half a cup, that I can just not make an embarrassing mistake. This is half a cup, so we're just going to use 6 of these instead. Whew. Almost made the biggest mistake of my life. You know, they say to measure out, actually, you need to use a knife. So use a knife. Just level that out. I know there's like a whole pocket in there. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that for now. Let's just put our hands there. This is not a sponsored video. There we go. Okay. So this is the first batch. We try again with the second one because I missed a very crucial step, and that is to flatten them. So we're gonna let those cool off, get them on a rack, and then we're going to try again because that's what life is about. If you fail, you try again. I am aware that I'm not connected to the mic right now, so please do forget the sound. But I tried again, so we go again with the next batch. Okay, I think that the second and proper batch is done, so we're just gonna get that out now. Yeah, I think the bottom's got burnt a bit. Oh well. Okay, we are about to near the end of the day, and usually I'm either here or in the living room. If I'm in the living room, that means it's really warm or no one's watching TV because there's like an excellent fire. And if I'm here, I'm just gathering my thoughts, maybe meditating, praying. I'm lying on the meditation part, even I'm lying. But mainly like one of my thoughts. And lately, I've gotten back into reading. I was gifted this lovely book. Got it last week, Wednesday. Tomorrow is this week, Wednesday, and I've just been sucked into this book. I thought I was not a reader anymore. I thought I just simply couldn't read, and she's just got my attention. And I just want to read my review on this book because I'm gonna end my day today with a cup of tea, my biscuits, and finishing the rest of the book because I'm trying to watch the series, as I mentioned earlier. So this is taking forever to load. And I want to read the review because, like, when I made it as a voice note, and not voice note, speech to text. I did that, and everything just flew out of my mouth, and I think I just captured it beautifully in that moment. And I want to read it to you guys to convince you to tap into this. This is the type of stuff that makes me mad, because what do you mean that 2 years after this channel I'm still running into the same problem? It's storage. It's storage. It is storage. So in case I don't get to read the book review, this is bye. Thank you so much for tuning in and seeing how I spend a day in my life. It's usually like this, like really quiet. Like I just can't wait to start the internship so things pick up. Was that new news? Do you guys not know that I'm like employed now? Okay, let me calm down. But I am mad. I am mad at myself not knowing how to manage storage on this. Maybe I should stop recording in 4K. Okay, let me quickly do an outro. And then I'll do like a voice note of me reviewing the book after this. But thank you so much for tuning in. And see you on the next episode of Here Lies Etu. Man, I even finished the tea and biscuits while I was waiting for this to like do something. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Have you ever read a book? Okay, that's Have you ever read a book that makes you feel physically incapable of facing yourself, uncovering parts of you that you've chosen to forget about? Well, this has been Conversations with Friends for me. Sally Rooney presents a very enticing story that sucks you in so much that by the time you think of getting out, you're already halfway through the book. As a person with a waning attention span, and unfortunately a Gen Zer, this has been an incredible read for me. Not only does it feed my inner teen, but it is also healing my current experience as a writer in her mid-20s. It presents our main character in a very uncharacteristically vulnerable manner, where you know that she's not a victim, she's just a person who happens to make the wrong choices at time. Human. I found myself sighing deeply after reading the way she perceives herself as unworthy and so little compared to the people around her. She's so blinded by what I can't even call hatred, but her self-depreciation that she cannot see the admiration around her. Her affair in the story highlights this further as she views herself as unworthy of a love that is true and brand new, but rather a secret to be kept, a sin. Frances displays a characteristic that is so common amongst people our age, a feeling of not quite fitting in. I see myself in this book in the most uncomfortable way. I've had to sit in silence as I saw versions of myself that were no longer there, versions of me who were doing whatever it took to escape a deep sadness from within. Now, I might have not had a scandalous affair, but I do see myself as Frances, and it's that I do things that are detrimental to myself. Sally Rooney's ability to represent characters that are so multi-dimensional and so likable and unlikable at the same time is truly beautiful. I don't promote this book as a trending book on TikTok or Pinterest, but as a book that deserves its praise. There's a reason that it's so beloved by many, and it is because it is a deep study of relationships and the way human beings connect with each other and themselves. I would give it a 5 out of 5. Thank you.